What Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Juujika no Rokunin chapter 219. But before we get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm and copyright system, which is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic and copywritten beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable little puppet kitty who's passed out in front of me, and this operation, again, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon where we are doing our anime live reaction content. Because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botch localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, which we covered in both the sub and the dub. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 patron, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there is a stacked summer anime season in full swing, in which we're covering Witch Watch, Togenanki, Gachiakuda, as well as the second seasons of My Dress Up Darling, Dan to Dan, and a couple of cuckoos. And there's even more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So, last chapter, I got so hyped because it set up the one fight that I was really looking forward to, and that was Reo versus Mobiki. I swear to God, if that fight sucks, I'm gonna hate life. But we also got the final round between Aruma and Kyo. And God, this chapter is starting off adorable with the Whittle Aruma and the Will Kyo. And I don't know if I'm ready for it. So let's get into this chapter, see what's in store for us today. And this chapter's titled Payback, and it's the Will Aruma and the Will Kyo chasing a beetle, and it's so cute. Oh my God, I just can't. It went that way. Hold it right there. It flew into the forest. What now, Kyo-chan? Oh, no, poor baby. Kyo-chan, your leg. It's injured. That looks painful. That really does. You're right. Are you sure you're fine? That smile. Oh, that smile. I know I am weird. I want to protect him. I know it's wrong, okay? I know it is, but God, he's just so cute. He's adorable. It's fine. Let's go and catch that bug. Kyo-chan? And here's the poison gas. That's flooding the town because Momoki is a psycho-ass bitch. And that's Kyo's fault for making her a psycho-ass bitch. I can't believe how big this place is under the gymnasium. Over here. Hurry up, dude. This better be a kick-ass torture room. You're barely catching up, aren't you? Shit, it's the gum wound Momoki gave me, dude. That's violent. Okay. You know what? I was mad we didn't get Aruma Rampage mode, Revenge Rampage mode earlier. I'm still kind of mad we didn't get that because he would have been fueled on adrenaline. But part of me now is like, yeah, I kind of understand it. I kind of wish we would have gotten to see Reo kick some cult ass. More of that. But yeah, I totally forgot about the gun wound. Even though Kawana could have taken care of it. The bullet... Dude, why did Kawana at least take care of the bullet? The bullet's still jammed inside my flesh are causing painful inflammation. Dude, why the fuck did at least Kawana take care of that? I mean, look, before they went and did the operation, you know, to go take down the cult, at least have Kawana, like, because they know where the in the town and shit like that, at least take Aruma to the hospital and get that shit treated. Like, come on. Like, seriously. I understand stakes and all that shit, but, I mean, you had the time for this. And you had Kawana, who could treat this. I'm sorry, that really bothers me. Do you know what this place is? It's the Revolutionary Club's very own laboratory. Oh, no. Where our members' indoctrinations took place, where all the Kaname clones were manufactured, and where the very poison we use on Azuma was brewed. Countless sacrifices were made here. Oh my god, so the lab where everything went down was in a tunnel underneath the school? Like, that is such a trip. Sacrifice? Don't you mean killed? You could say that. Dude, I love Kyo. But they didn't die in vain. The fact that you're finally here right now proves that they died for the right cause. I love Kyo just like backing into the darkness. I know it's the Simpsons. I know people are going to be like, yeah, this is the Simpsons meme. This is the Homer meme in action. But like, dude, Homer going to the bushes. But God, I don't care. If people do use that argument, then fuck you. Like, this, we've seen this in other series with villains, and it's so creepy. And I love it. Dude, I love Kyo so much. He is such a peak villain. Kyo! Where are you? What the fuck is this? What? Skulls? 312 of them. What? That's the amount of people that died for our experiments. Wait, what? Hold on a second. Really? Only 312? That's it? Really? That's it? I'm sorry. There's no way. No way that's only 312. Because, remember, how long has this been going on? For like over 2 years, right? Or not 2 years, I'm sorry. This was like, what? I think the time skip was like, what, 5 years or something like that? Yeah. So, and hell, not even that, even before that. Like, this was going on, even when they were in high school, remember? Because that's when I think the revolutionary cult started. Was when they were, still in high school, too. So, no way. No way. No way. It can't be 312. It's got to be way more than that. I refuse to believe that was only 312. I was thinking it was going to be at least 1,000. How is it only 300? No. No. I refuse to believe that was only 312. Only other thing I can think of in terms of like the experiments and why there's not more skulls than this is that there weren't any remains left. That's the only thing I could think of. That the skulls didn't like survive, that they completely disintegrated. That's the only thing I could think of. Or they, not even just that, or they just couldn't even be found. Like on the Revolutionary Club Island, because remember, there was the lab on the island, and that lab burned the fuck down because of Aruma with the burning the weed farm. Dude, that was so fucking amazing. That was so epic. Oh god, that arc is probably one of the best arcs in this series. Or like post time skip, that will be the best arc post time skip. Was Revolutionary Cult Island. That shit was lit. The ending of that shit was lit. Literally. But even if he's just talking about this lab in particular, I refuse to believe, even if he's just talking about this lab, I just can't believe that it was only 312. No fucking way. I refuse to believe it. I don't believe, it's gotta be way more than that. There's gotta be a better explanation for this. Alright, 312 of them. That's the amount of people that die for experiments, consisting of men and women of all ages. This will be our final stage. Which of our skulls will be added to the collection? Let's find out. I'm not sorry. That's just bothering me. Let me know in the comments. I can't believe that. I do want to make this clear. I like this final stage. I do. This final stage is great. It is. Yeah, I'm glad I double checked this because it was going to bother me. Yeah, it was a 5-year time scale. Dude, sorry. It's going to bother me. It can't be 312 in 5 years. No way. No way. And even before that 5-year time skip. No, especially given how many people he had worked. No, I refuse it to be 312. And I'm going to go back and look at this room. Okay, here's my issue with this room. This is before we get into this fight. I know I'm going to get shit for being anal about it, but goddamn, this is my ADHD kicking in. I wish the skulls, the rows of skulls, were up to the ceiling. Like, if you had them rows of skulls up to the ceiling, that would have been sickening. Like, that to me would have been perfect for this final fight. In terms of, like, a battle arena. Like, the setting itself, I'm down with this. I am. But, I don't believe it was 300. There's no way. There's no way it's not 1,000. I just don't believe it. Especially with the 5-year time. No, I just don't believe it. And then also, the rows of skulls not being up to the ceiling, it just feels so incomplete. It does. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys believe that it's only 312? I just don't believe it. I just don't. And do you guys agree with me that this would have, like, if this was, I'm going to make this argument and then we'll get back into this fight. Do you guys think that if this was, like, at the midway point of this series and not at the final fight, that this would have been a little bit more appropriate in terms of, like, the roomage? I feel like, I don't know, just something doesn't feel right about, like, this room not having skulls all the way to the ceiling. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't. Like, because it just feels like it's incomplete. It does. It just feels so incomplete. I really wish they had all the skulls were up to the ceiling. It just would have worked from an aesthetic point of view. It just would have worked so much better, especially in terms of Kyo's character. This is my opinion. I don't believe it's 312 either. I refuse to believe it. Refuse to believe it. Okay, now we can get back into this fight now that I got that out of my system. Again, I know I'm probably going to get shit for it in my comments. I know I'm going to probably get thumbs down for it. But it's my ADHD kicking in. I just had to get it out of my system. And also, I love Kyo that much. And I think Kyo deserves better. In regards to especially this, if this is supposed to be the final fight, this final fight deserves better. Just saying. Ooh. Damn! What was that? This thing could slice your skin open if you keep letting it hit you. You die from, ooh, what? You die from, hemorrhagic shock from about 20 lashes. But I'm betting you'll die much sooner than that. That's... Whoa! The cat o' nine tails! What? Originally used by the British Navy from the 17th to 19th century on slaves. As the name suggests, it's generally made of 9 leather cords, each tipped with metallic nuts. Dude, this feels so appropriate. It totally does. For Kyo to use this, it feels so appropriate. Because remember, Uruma is his experiment. So to him, that's a slave. So God, this feels so appropriate. It does. But with my version, I modified the shape of the metallic tip so that I can hold onto your skin better. Dude! This feels so right. This feels so correct. I love this. Like, this for Kyo feels so right. I'm putting my Kyo bias aside. I'm just talking about from a narrative perspective, this feels so right. Oh, I love you, Kyo. He went for the gun wound! And God, remember that flashback we saw where the wound was that Kyo had on the leg? Oh my God, this feels so correct. Crap, the gun wound! Ooh, oh! Did that hurt? My bad, dude. I love you, Kyo. You can never win against me, no matter how much you struggle. No matter. Thanks, I needed that. Oh! That's right, because remember the bullet was like really stuck deep in his flesh. Dude, now he's gonna be able to get the bullet out. If he hadn't dug into my leg, I wouldn't have been able to take these bullets out. Now I can move around better. Dude, Aruma's such a fast bitch. Oh my God! Unwavering heart in the name of vengeance. Nothing is stopping him now. Dude, this chapter was fast as fuck. This chapter was fast as fuck! Okay. I see you. I totally freaking see you, Shiryu. I see you. Again? This is why I'm glad I did my tangent before this fight, okay? Because I would have totally forgotten about it. The room aside, okay? The room aside. The structure of this chapter was amazing. We had that shit with Kyo and the injury on his leg, which is like rough, where it's around like the same spot where the bullets that, that Momiki shot at with the gun, where the bullets were embedded into Aruma's leg were at. That was a nice touch. And then the weapon of freaking choice from Kyo. That was awesome. I love this weapon. This weapon is so appropriate. It really is. Because as I said, to Kyo, Uruma is nothing more than a slave to his well, not just his desires, let's be real, but he's an experiment to nothing more than that. And slaves, if you think about it, I know I'm thinking too deep into this, but slaves were, experiments too, in some cases. But I love that the fact that the way that he did the hooks, that he modified the hooks to where it was able to like get deeper into the skin, and Aruma used that shit to get the bullets out. Yes! That was so genius! Shiryu, this is genius. This was. Now I can forgive the shit about Kawana not getting the bullets out. Oh my God, this series was good. Or this chapter was good. Oh my God, this was really good. This was good. Now, I'm very curious what you guys think. As I said, aesthetic. I just don't believe that it was 312 skulls or victims. With the 5-year time skip and everything, I just refuse to believe that shit. I refuse to believe that. It's gotta be more. I just don't believe it. No fucking way. No way! No No fucking way. Even if you want to make the argument that it was only in that lab, no, I don't believe it. I don't. Between all the... No, I don't believe it. I don't. I just don't believe it. If you guys can make the argument in the comments what you guys think the logic is behind this 312, let me know in the comments. But man, I want to know, again, I want to know what you guys think in terms of like the aesthetic. That do you guys wish that like, I think also in terms of the aesthetic, I think the shells where the skulls are at, I think they're too wide. Because we've seen like stuff like this before, like where with skulls, like a skull collection kind of thing, where the shelving units are like this. I know it's fucking weird that I'm talking about this, where they're like this big compared to like this big, and it looks fuller and it looks way cooler. It looks creepier and it makes the room look bigger. And I kind of wish that was kind of the case here. But even if we got that, I still don't believe it's 312. I'm just saying. But other than that fuckery, this chapter was good. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. This fight kicked off with a bang. But I'm very curious what direction Aruma's gonna go in with this fight now. Like, the fight that... Because remember, the fight that we have to, like, what is it? I'm thinking of here. Now I remember the wording. The fight that he has to top, that this has to top, okay, is the fight against, hold on, let me make sure I have the right character here. The fight that this has to top is, the Aruma versus Kibe fight, because that fight was freaking sickening. Kibe versus Aruma was amazing. You had a battle of wits, you had a battle of fists, and then you had that sacrifice from Kitami at the end too. So it's going to be interesting to see how Shiryu executes this. Right now, I think we're starting off on the right foot. We are starting off on the right foot with this final fight, for sure. Oh, definitely. But I'm very curious what you guys think. Do you guys think Shiryu's going to be able, with this fight here, do you think he's going to be able to top that fight against, between Aruma and Kibe? That fight was so goddamn good. The setting-wise, I think we're on the right track. Because remember what that setting was for the Kibe Aruma fight. It was in the forest, in the mountains of the forest where, or the forest in the mountains where Aruma and Grandpa trained. And there was that connection between, obviously, Kibe and Gramps. So, and then we got the connection here with the setting here, because this is taking place underneath the school where they went to, they went to school together. And obviously, Aruma's the experiment lab where Kyo experimented on everyone. So there's that connection. And God, I really feel, I really hope that this fight is able to top the Kibe fight. And I feel like how this is kind of starting in a way is very much similar to the fight against Ando, because remember when we saw Aruma go up against Ando on the Revolutionary Cult Island, this was after he had like a huge chunk of muscle, a huge chunk of meat taken out of his body. He was saved by Kitami and Kawana. He walked out of there like a mofo. He walked out there like a gangster, and he went up against Ando. Like, that's what this, in a way, that's what the start of this fight is kind of giving. Oh my god, it totally is. It totally is. So I feel like this is a good sign that we might get an epic final fight here. It really does. I feel like this is a good sign. I do. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Juujika no Rokunin content. Few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee. Purchase something off our Amazon wish list. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.